Today I'm back with a pharmacy video that I've been meaning to film since I made the decision. As you can tell by the title, this is about my decision not to do residency, why it's okay, why it's not the end of the world, which when you're in pharmacy school, it's a huge decision. So let's just get into it. So just to give you a little background, I had always imagined myself doing residency. Since I learned what a residency was, I knew I wanted to do it. In the sense that that was the next thing to do, right? Was kind of trying to fade out of being very type A, very success driven, and a residency is the next thing to do, the next thing for status, and I've been in school for so many years that just made sense. So residency is basically additional training. It's another program. You apply for it, very competitive, and if you get one, you'll be paid typically half salary of a pharmacist, but they say you get 3 years of training in 1 year. So you're kind of under the wing of someone else still, doing research, having rotations, additional rotations, but it's not related to university. It's a separate additional schooling. You graduate and then you can apply to these programs. So, you apply when you're in your last year. So what most people do is called a PGY1. I don't even know what that stands for anymore. Postgraduate Year 1 for residency, and that's usually general. You make your rotations. Hi, Twiggy. Not filming. Back it up. Can you back up? Good girl. So that's usually a general year where you have a research project. You go through different rotations. You also work as a staff pharmacist. They're all set up a little bit differently, but I think most of the structures are the same. And then not a lot of people will go on to do a PGY2, which is more specialized, you want to be in peds or you want to do oncology or psych, but a lot of people just do the PGY1. And a lot of hospitals like to see that. I've heard, this is all I haven't done one, so I don't really know, and now I'm kind of out of the loop, but it's becoming more and more preferred that you do have a residency. I know, actually, I can talk about this a little later too. She really wants to chew her bone right now. I'm so sorry if that's distracting. When I was applying for jobs, that's one of the only times I regretted my decision, was because so many people either wanted you to have 3 to 5 years experience or have done a residency. So you really do get another year of immersion into the pharmacy world, clinical world. Clinical, that's a good word to use for residencies. I had always thought I would do a residency. I was a CNA, as you know, so I was really interested in nursing home consulting too. I just thought that's what I was gonna do. So then last year, when I was on rotations, about this time, November, December, applications are due, I think it's January 1st. So everyone's working on them, October, November, trying to get their references in. I don't really know the process. And so that time kind of came and went, and I knew that I was gonna have to either start the application, and I just never started it. I just kept putting it off, and it was I don't think this is what I want all of a sudden. And I was really torn because it was more of an external, internal struggle. Externally, I thought that's what I should do. That's the next step. That'll make people proud of me. But in my heart, I really wanted to just start working. I was feeling very burnt out in the middle of rotations, and we wanted to start a family. And I just didn't know how that was gonna fit in being locked into a residency. So after a lot of thinking about it, I just decided, pharmacy, it's I had a mind shift. Pharmacy is not my life as it had been the past 6 years. When you're in pharmacy school, like many other professional programs, you're so focused on getting in, you're focused on the grades, you're focused on the rotations and, you know, memorization of so much. Like, it's a very intense program. And I just had this shift, like, I have spent the last 6 years of my life on this. It is not my life. It will not be my life. It's going to be my job. It's going to allow me to live the life I want, but it's not going to be my focus. I want to start a family. I want to do other things. So after I realized that, I totally was like, okay, my decision has been made. And looking back now, we were trying to conceive at that time, but so that was kind of like made the decision for us too. If we were going to do that, I wasn't going to do residency. I'm sure people have had children during residency, but I think that would make it get a lot more complicated. But yeah, so from there, I just thought I want to make a video about this because I had been so set on doing a residency, and you know, it felt kind of bad in a way. And then when people would ask me, it's like, no, I'm not doing it. And I like just had that expectation for myself, but things change and your life changes, and that's a lot of schooling, and it's a whole commitment. I just couldn't see myself committing another full year of my life to like grinding out projects and like focus like that. I was kind of ready to just like go to my 9 to 5, do some CEs, like, you know, just kind of like have pharmacy in my life, but not my life. So, yeah, and it's kind of hard because the field I really enjoyed, like MTMs, medication therapy management. You can do it with or without. I've done it at in a retail position, without any additional clinical training. I'm totally capable, but a lot of those companies would like to see you have a more clinical background. So yeah, never in a million years would I think that I would do retail or community pharmacy. Almost like before, like in my not undergrad, but like P1, P2 year, when I would hear of people like not doing residency, I almost like was like really snobbish about, not outwardly to them, but in my head I was like, why wouldn't you do that? Like, you want to work community the rest of your life? But now that I'm in this position and I'm totally like family focused, yeah, it allows me to you know, live that lifestyle. And a residency is 1 year, so honestly everything is temporary, right? It wouldn't have been that much of my life. But a lot of times people that go into residency want to continue that clinical route. I hope I did an okay job of explaining this. I really just wanted to let all of you know that it's okay to not do a residency. I know that's really being like pushed and maybe becoming more of the norm. So it's okay if you don't want to, and it's okay if you don't, or you don't get one. I just wanted to give you my insight on that. And it's totally okay if you do want to do one. If you're making that decision right now, I just wanted to give you my story and my side of it. If you're kind of teetering on what to do, maybe just like really listen to your heart. I didn't think it was quite fair. I just didn't think I could commit all my energy for another year to the profession in that way. So that's the video. I'll try to leave some links below since it's really close to mid-year and applications are due soon. I just wanted to share that with you, and we just moved, so it's a little bit echoey, and I don't need props for this kind of video. If you want to have any conversation below about it, feel free to leave a comment. All my social media will be in the down bar, so if you want to chat about it, let me know. Good luck to all of you, no matter what. Graduation is around the corner if you're on rotations, so whether you do residency or not, congratulations, that's awesome, and best of luck. Thanks for watching. Bye.